Hi, and welcome to Accessible Torah. And this week, Parshat Vayechi, the last Parsha in the book of Bereshit.
Bereshit, the first of the 5 books of the Torah, takes us on a journey through the beginning of creation, the origins of humanity on earth, and the continuous thread of human existence through the lives of the ancestors of the Jewish people. A repeated and central theme of Bereshit: family relationships. Vayehi, meaning "and he lived," refers to Yaakov's life, now nearing its end at the age of 147. Yaakov asks Yosef to promise not to bury him in Egypt, but instead to be buried with his and our forefathers in Me'arat Machpelah, the burial tomb purchased by Abraham, which to this day stands in the city of Hebron, Israel. Before his passing and before blessing his own sons, Yaakov hugs, kisses, and blesses his grandsons Manasseh and Ephraim, Yosef's 2 sons who were both born and raised in Egypt. Yaakov makes them equal in status to Yaakov's sons, their uncles. In the future, when the land in Israel is divided among the Shvatim, the tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim will also each get a portion of land. Yaakov's blessing of Ephraim and Manasseh is the only instance in the Torah of a grandparent blessing a grandchild. As they stand before Yaakov, he places his hands on their heads in a crisscross motion, placing his right hand over the head of Ephraim, the youngest, and his left hand over the head of Manasseh, the eldest.
בך יברך ישראל לאמור, ישמך אלוהים כאפרים וכמנשה. By you shall Israel bless, saying, May God make you like Ephraim and like Manasseh.
Till this day, on Friday nights after lighting the Shabbat candles, Jewish parents all over the world place both hands on their children's heads and bless them with this same blessing called Birkat Habanim, literally meaning blessing of the sons. And so, the book that begins at the beginning ends not with an ending, but with a blessing for the future. What was so unique about Yosef's sons Ephraim and Manasseh that we continue to bless our own children with this same blessing to this day? Ephraim and Manasseh, for the first time, were siblings without conflict. Unlike the other siblings mentioned in the book of Bereshit, Cain and Hevel, Yitzhak and Ishmael, Yaakov and Esav, and Yosef and his brothers, Manasseh and Ephraim presented model brotherhood, void of sibling rivalry or jealousy. Instead, they viewed their individuality and uniqueness as part of a whole, driven by a common objective, to walk in the ways of Hashem. And there is another reason. Ephraim and Manasseh were both born and raised in Egypt, not in Israel. Yet still they managed to maintain their identity and values in Egypt, in the face of a foreign and tempting culture. Yaakov Avinu knew that his children and ours will have many years to pass in exile, submerged in a foreign culture. To remain true to our Jewish values and practices, even when surrounded by the allure of foreign culture, is a challenge. If you are watching this from abroad and can relate, think of the deep meaning of this blessing and what an impact it can create in your and your children's lives. Wherever your work is, focus there. Shabbat Shalom, and see you next week when we begin the book of Shemot. Am Yisrael, Hi.
Oh, wait, one last thing. If you want to bless your children, this is the bracha in Hebrew in masculine and feminine form.
ישמך אלוהים כאפרים וכמנשה, יברכך אדוני וישמרך, יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונקה, יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום.
ישימך אלוהים כשרה רבקה רחל ולאה, יברכך אדוני וישמרך, יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונך, יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום.
Oh, and a unique expression used when we complete one of the 5 books of Torah? Hazak, Hazak, Venit, Hazek. Shabbat Shalom!